Angela.
Why do you have the camera?
You need to do the news, we're late.
You know what? You're right. Let's go ahead and get to this. This week, we're going to be talking about Total War Warhammer 3 and the fact that Immortal Empires is officially out. Plus, Fat Shark has revealed another trailer for Darktide, which has some new information about the game. And we need to look at the Killteam roadmap because we got a reveal of that. All this and more in this week's Hobby News. I'm Angela. You're watching Hobby Night. Now let's get to it. All right, well, you might notice that the news video is a little bit late this week. Well, that is because Chaos Cultist and I went to Silicon Valley Comic-Con this weekend, and we had an absolute blast. We got to do a bunch of different things, including seeing Mad God, taking part in some build events for makers, as well as just meeting a bunch of other YouTubers and content creators and just makers there at the convention. It was amazing. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and check back this Friday for the vlog video featuring it. Now, of course, the biggest news this week is the reveal of the Death Guard upgrade sprues for Horus Heresy.
Of course you would call that the biggest news of the week.
Yeah, absolutely, because I mean, I am an avid Death Guard player, and frankly, I want the helmets and the shoulder pads, but especially those shoulder pads. I know that that's their pre-Heresy shoulders, but frankly, I kind of want to replace at least one of the shoulders on all my current 40k Death Guard models with that to make it so that they actually came from that original era. They happen to survive. I think it would be so cool. I just also really like the logo. It looks stunning. There's a reason I play Death Guard, and it's not just because I like their play style, but really their aesthetic across all of the boards I absolutely love.
As the four ruinous powers play their great game, so too must their champions. Forever pursuing their patron's favor. To be favored is to be blessed. But others will always come, seeking to claim their prize. Champion does not retreat from such opportunity. A chance to prove their worth. Now the time has come to reap what has been sown. The true test awaits.
Next, I want to talk about Total War Warhammer 3 because their Immortal Empires Beta is officially out, and the Chaos Cultist and I have been playing it on our weekly Let's Play series. I have very much been enjoying it. I've been trying out Kugoth, but there was a DLC that recently released alongside the Immortals Empire update, and it has a bunch of new champions of chaos in it, one of which is Festus the Leech Lord, and I've been trying him out on the side, and I really like the way that these particular lords play. Their campaigns are a little bit different from the existing Chaos Lords, which I think is why I'm liking it a little bit more. Plus, there is a wonderful emphasis on something called the vassal system in the game, which all of the champions of Chaos get to play around with. And from my understanding, Azazel, the Slaanesh one, has a whole bunch of vassals immediately starting near him, and it makes it for a very interesting campaign. Festus does not start with a bunch of vassals nearby, so I haven't explored the system too much, but it's a really neat system that I just personally am very intrigued by. Plus, I really like, for some reason, the fact that Festus's plagues seem to spread a lot faster and a lot more, just rampantly across the board. Yes, exactly. And personally, that is exactly what I wanted from this game.
An exciting and fun adventure awaits. Everything that you need to begin your own dungeon adventure right at your very fingertips. Wizards, elves, dwarfs, heroes, and heroines align to fend off the monsters, dragons, and foul beasts that inhabit the fantasy worlds we live to play in. The Gamemaster character paint set has everything you need to begin your own tabletop role-playing game, featuring 5 highly detailed snap-fit miniatures, a paintbrush, and 20 of the most essential colors to paint your miniatures with. Offered at an unreal price point that makes it easier than ever to get started. Combined with the Gamemaster core set, you and your party of heroes can develop complex dungeon tile layouts and terrain with the easy-to-use materials and guides found inside. Whether you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, or if you're developing your own fantasy role-playing adventure, bringing your adventures to life has never been easier, because your adventure begins with Gamemaster by the Army Painter.
We had a brand new trailer revealed by the Army Painter for their new Gamemaster set, which is focusing on characters. This is the one that we talked about last week that comes with an adventure, a variety of paints, brushes, and everything you need to get started in painting your characters for role-playing games. I really like these sets. I think they're pretty neat and they're great for beginners, so I'm going to be very excited to see this one come out in November. It's that time of the video where I interrupt to tell you about my Patreon and to let you know that we just added a Discord server which all tiers get access to. So if you're wanting a way to chat with me, share with me your projects, or just tell me what board games you're playing, definitely make sure to check the link below and check out my Patreon.
Darktide is a first-person co-op game set in the grim-dark future of Warhammer 40,000. Welcome to Tertium, a sprawling hive city on the brink of destruction. You are a reject, a convict freed to serve the Inquisition in this darkest of hours. It is your duty to fight, and, if necessary, die for the Emperor. You can expect no help, no reinforcements. You are Tertium's last line of defense. Tertium is about to begin. Rejects will rise.
From Fat Shark this week, we got a brand new trailer focusing on Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, which is also coming out in November. There's a lot of things coming out. Actually, no. Is it November or September? Now I can't remember. November. It is in fact November. I looked at my notes and thankfully I wrote it down. I really cannot wait for this game. I was bummed when we heard that it was originally delayed. I understand why, but seeing this new trailer has reinvigorated my excitement for it, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to it too, because this is definitely something I want to be playing on the channel. the realm of not Warhammer, Cool Mini or Not announced a brand new faction for Song of Ice and Fire, the Golden Company, and I have to say, I love the elephants. I think they look rad and I kind of want to paint some. The three next major expansions that are coming out after Into Dark. We've got the Shadow Vaults, we've got Soul Shackle, and Gallowfall. We don't know anything about any of these yet, other than the fact that they are going to include a new kill team or kill teams, and are going to have brand new terrain, as well as a variety of other things. It sounds like it's going to be their pretty standard release for Kill Team, but like I have said in the past, I really like this new expansion that they're building off of because the terrain in it to me is very exciting. I actually really like all of the walls and being able to create those scenes, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have coming next. All right, that has been it for this week's hobby news. We talked a lot about some video games, we got to look at a few miniature stuff, we got the roadmap for Kill Team, there's a lot going on, and we have a very cool vlog coming up for you guys this week, so make sure to check that out. I have been Angela. Now, before I head out, I do want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for making it so content like this can continue to happen. Without your guys' support, we wouldn't be doing this, so thank you guys very, very much. I hope you have a wonderful hobby night.